Hello, everyone. Happy Morbid Monday! How are we doing? I'm so sorry I couldn't stream yesterday, but here we are. How are we doing? I've got my hot water bottle. It's a bit bright outside. I might have to close it all after all, but it's so pretty. It's so pretty today. And I want to make sure that the kitties can enjoy it too. All right, let's see. Junza, how are you doing? And Milk, die Katze zwischen den Buchen. Zwischen, I don't know what that means. The rest, the cat, blah blah, the buka. The books, the buka. Oh no, no, too many languages. I do not have the brain power. I had a migraine again, a bad one. I was out all day Saturday. I thought I'm just gonna turn around and turn off my alarm. And we'll see what time I wake up. I woke up at 4, and I still didn't feel good. And yesterday, I wasn't up for it. I needed to do a little bit of the of my cleaning the house. I had to go out for groceries, and I just wasn't up for it. I'm so sorry. I hope you had a good Sunday. What did you do? Toulouse is already here for the Spanx, of course. Hi, 40. How are you doing? And Storm, that's not so good, 40. I do not recommend. I wish it was because of alcohol, because then I could fix it with water, but alas. I can't fix my headaches with water. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I'm a bit weak today. I'm sorry. I made the mistake. Well, mistake. I should have known. In the mornings, I read a little bit of a book that I. Oh, okay, maybe talking and slapping at the same time is not going to be. It's not going to be the thing today, little lady. Oh God. All right, my brain really needs to wake up. Maybe I should read a little bit more because I've been reading. What did I read this morning? What's it called? Son of the Shadows, which is the second book of the Seven Waters series. It's good. It's good. I am enjoying it a lot. But then I also try to read a few poems. Oh my God, my brain is really not working. Okay, pray for me. Poems or of a few pages of the mole and the boy, the mole, the horse, and the fox. I think it is. You know what book I mean. And uh, today was probably not. I should have gone for the poems today. It wasn't good. I had a bit of a cry. Why are you learning Dutch, Forty? It's one of the most useless languages. No one speaks Dutch. Even the Dutch don't speak Dutch. Trust me, we fail at Dutch, like pretty badly. Or better at English in school. Lovely to see you too, Storm. How have you been? At least your cat's come near you. Mine just bites my toes and runs. Oh my gosh, I wish. I mean, that's Winston when he wants to wake me up in the morning. But there, oh, I didn't think I don't think I posted it on Instagram. I was recovering, and when I'm sick, they're even more clingy. My cats are very clingy, in general, but I was recovering from the migraine, and they were both not just on top of me, but really close to each other. So that was good. That was good. I don't think I posted it. Yeah, I agree. I hope you can't hear my music. I was listening to some Amelie. I'm an idiot. That's why I know you're not an idiot. But if of all the languages in the world, Dutch is not very. It's one of the most difficult languages in the world. I feel like, um, or at least in the West. Let me say that because how many Chinese characters are there? I don't, I don't know. Wait, let me Google real quick because I did. Chinese language requires literacy of roughly 3,000 to 3,500 characters. In total, more than, how many zeros is that? 100,000 characters. Can you imagine? If I ever get truly bored, I'll try to learn the Chinese characters, I guess, because that's insane. Hi, Emma. How are you doing? But even in school, like in high school, when we get, well, depending on the level of education you're getting, you get at least Dutch, English, and German, right? I had different levels of education, so I'm not sure because you also get like Latin and French in higher education. But I did have, just Dutch lessons, just like everyone else. And I promise you, pretty much everyone fails. Pretty much everyone fails Dutch. We're much better at English and German grammar, especially. So anyone picking up Dutch just randomly, it baffles me. Why would you do that? I cannot. I cannot. I might actually read a little bit today as well. I'll have to choose. But first I'm going to set up the Monday note for over on Patreon. And in the background, I might move away a little bit. Someone explain to me. Someone explain to me why my current phone is 90% apps, right, of storage. And no matter what I do, I don't get more storage. I delete pictures and stuff. I've deleted apps that I don't use, which weren't many to begin with. And I still don't have a normal amount of storage. And then I went to my old phone because I needed a solution. I needed to film, and I was stuck, right? And that old phone has more apps on it, plus all the pictures, and I had 80 gig of storage left. What is Apple doing? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. They're scamming us, but this is ridiculous. The problem with the other phone is that the quality was bad, even though it should have been 4K, just like this one. And something went wrong during filming in general because I noticed that in the video I posted on Patreon last week, that there were glitches that I did not intend to be in there. I did lean into the videotape feel of it all because the quality was just bad. So I thought, why not just make it grainy and look like an old videotape? But there are parts in there where the entire screen just glitches. That wasn't me. That's the camera. So that's not gonna work. And that also means that what I filmed for YouTube was just I had to delete it. I had to delete it. So now I'm working on completely emptying my phone of the apparently 3 gigs of pictures that are on my phone, even though now they're off the phone. It is more than a terabyte. What is happening? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Oh, hi, Toos. I'll try to make some room for you. Hold on. Hi, Riku. Good morning. Just got tickets for a concert. Cost me a rib, but I'm really excited. What concert? Where are you going to? I haven't been to a concert in forever. I am managing, Emma. I have a hot water bottle. I have painkillers. And I am not going to do too much today. I might actually just start reading the moment I'm done with the Monday note for Patreon. Because I still have a little bit of a fuzzy head. It was really bad migraine. Luckily, it didn't last too long, but I have to be careful not to trigger it again. This week is just going to be a little bit wobbly. That's okay. Well, thank you for the lurk storm. Gotta get ready for work, but I'll be back. Okay, you take care of yourself. Drink water. I should drink more water probably today. Oh my God, I can't handle it today. I can't. I'm too weak. I'm too tired. Breaking Benjamin. Breaking Benjamin! They're still around? I probably the same age, around the same age. I listened to them as a teen. I've been a fan of them since I was like 15, and this will be the first time I see them. Oh my god, that's amazing. Let me know if you remember what it was like. My gosh, sometimes I hear names of bands that I listened to as like a teen, and I was like, they're still around. They're still around. That's amazing. I love that. Hi, Estrina. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Finally, did they ever come to the EU before? I don't know. I never had the money to go to concerts at that age, and then I developed too many panic in my panic disorder. I feel like you can hear my music, and that's probably not good. It's piano though, so maybe I can pretend that it's fine. Let me see. What am I reading? Son of Shadows. Did I say that right? I'm at 34%. Also reading Gabriel's Rapture. All right. So this is a romance. It's not necessarily smut. I feel like I can deal. I started reading Gabriel's Inferno because Erin loved those books back in the day, and she was rereading them, and I was like, I'll join you in this experience, except I never read them before. So it's a romance written by a man, and I have to say I am enjoying myself so much, but absolutely not for the reasons that this author probably intended. There's just I don't know how to look at that when I'm on the ebook itself. Where can I see my notes? I know how to do that on my desktop, but not here. I always just give up before where I find them. Oh no, stop it. I feel like this could be more ergonomic, but who am I? Is it over here? Oh wait, I can quote one at some point. Well, that was just silly. It doesn't have to anything to do with the fact that he's a guy. But he said that the sound assaulted her eyes. I was like, wait, am I going insane? Because I am recovering from a migraine. But what do you mean sound is assaulting her eyes? But mainly, I'm enjoying this because is giving me a very interesting perspective of what men think women want and how men think women see them. It's hilarious. And honestly, it's giving me a very big understanding of the miscommunication that goes on in relationships. So I kind of want to, as if I didn't have enough books lined up for next year, I kind of want to look for more books written by men, romance books written by men, because it's silly, but I think we can learn a lot from each other. If men read books that were written by women and women read books that are written by men, we can maybe start to find some middle ground and explain to each other why it doesn't work sometimes. It's fascinating. I'm enjoying myself so much. Once graduated, the singer is afraid of flying. Oh no! So it's hard for them to travel. That is an honor that they're coming over here. Flying is scary. I don't like it. I've done a little bit of flying in my life, but I have to say I'm always very stressed. It's not my favorite. I feel like I would rather travel by horse, but that is very slow. I do have good news though, even though I had a pain and I'm still in pain. I may have figured out a huge reason of why I sleep horribly, why I have always slept horribly. The solution is very silly. I look like a bunny, but it seems like um, my jaw is kind of not okay. I've known this for pretty much a decade, and my jaw always hurts. I have to be careful with what I eat. If I eat like small things and have to make small bites, it pops or it clicks and it hurts like hell. And if I eat something chewy, I get tired before I get full, long before I get full. And when I go to the dentist, I can't really open my mouth because it will lock. If I open my mouth for too long, it will actually just lock. But I never went to the hospital to make pictures because there's some trauma involved with the problems of my jaw from when I was a little kid. But it seems like if I, you know, those things that you put on your hair, like a soft, fluffy headband, for when you're putting on your makeup, it's loose. What are you doing? Are you looking for trouble? Okay. That's new. Don't. I last week I had so much pain in my jaw. I didn't know what to do with myself. Not my teeth, my jaw joints really. So I put that instead of as a headband, I put it on under my chin, and ever since I feel a little bit better. And I had it on during the night as well. And the first night it hurt in a different way because it feels like it's just misaligned or something. But last night was the first night where I actually feel like I got proper rest for the first time in years. So I feel really silly because if that is the reason that I have sleeping problems, that I've always had sleeping problems, the solution is so stupidly simple, even though the underlying problem should probably be looked at some point. The fact that I can just kind of close my jaw and have an actual good night's sleep, I feel so stupid. I feel so stupid that for one, that maybe doctors should ask about that. Like, do you have trouble with like your jaw? Because I've had sleeping troubles for as long as I can remember. Seriously, I don't remember even when I was a kid. The problem started when I was a kid. Like, I've always had trouble getting into a deep sleep, and well, I'm tentatively giving it that credit, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that this is because I've slept 3 or 4 nights with the thing now, and in the evening when it starts to get tired, I'm not sure how to explain it, but it feels like if I don't use muscles, my jaw will dislocate, which sounds very intense, but you have to understand that I've had this literally my entire life, so it just doesn't. My brain just doesn't clock it as a problem, even though it clearly is. So in the evening, I think the muscles are just, you know, after say 30 years, they're just done. And last week they kind of snapped, and I couldn't keep my jaw together anymore. So in the evening, like after dinner, it hurts so much that I've put it on as well, and I think it really helps. It looks really silly. I'm not going to show it today because I'm already having a interesting hair day, but I might show you at some point. It looks so stupid, but it works. It works. No one sees me anyway. So I can't wait for the day that I'll accidentally open the door with it, and you know, for my mental health pizza. Getting more rest is priceless. Oh, Emma, not being able to sleep is the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst torture. Like, hunger and thirst are two things, but not being able to sleep for years is devastating. So yeah, I hope in the coming weeks I'll get a little bit more rest, because you can't just fix your sleep deprivation in like a weekend. I read why we sleep years ago, and basically it might take months, if not years, to recover sleep deprivation. But if I am able to actually fix it, even if it takes months or years, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I don't even know what it's like to wake up feeling rested. I really don't. I wake up every day and want to cry. But I think this is gonna at least alleviate a little bit. So that's good. Oh my God, I'm yapping so much, I'm not even keeping track of the time. It's less than a minute until we go into a sprint. I'm going to set up the Monday notes for Patreon. Last week, something went wrong. If you schedule a post, which I do in the morning when I'm streaming, it automatically goes for the next day. So even if you schedule it, schedules the post for the next day, and I forgot to put it on the right day. So it was released on Tuesday morning. I'm so sorry. I'll do better. It's coming over here anyway. All right, hold on. I'll close the window. I hate that sound. It sounded like he was off key as well. All right, we're going into a sprint. I will be writing my Monday note for you. Let me know what you're up to. If you're just hanging out in chat, that would be great. And I would love that as well. Let's take it easy. And I'll see you in half an hour. Good luck. Last minute. Okay, we're taking a 10-minute break and then we're doing a power hour. I think we're going to read. I'm struggling a little bit with the light of the screen or just looking at the screen in general. I'm sorry, I had to go away for a little bit. So there's this kitty, Tiger. I call him Boefje in Dutch, but I know where he lives. He lives in, it's a neighborhood kitty. He's not homeless. And he sometimes he likes me. Basically, he doesn't necessarily like Winston, even though Winston is absolutely in love with him, as you can maybe hear. Two's not a fan, but he follows me around when I'm outside every once. So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry when he's gone. He moved on. He saw a birdie. I know. Uh, he's adorable. The first time I saw him, I first thought I was a homeless kitty because he's really skinny. I have to say, he's really skinny. So I cuddled with him, but he was way too sweet. I could pick him up, and just he was definitely socialized. So even though I kind of really immediately wanted to steal him, I was just really sure that he had a home. And a few weeks ago, I was walking with Winston, and he was following us around, and I was playing with him at the same time. Because even though Winston really, really, really wants to be friends, this cat just wants to be adopted by me. And their owner, his owner, came driving into the neighborhood, and I didn't know whose cat it was at that point. And they kind of yelled through the park to me, "Is he being a bother?" And I was like, "No, I love him. He's sweet. He just tries to move in with me because if I'm not careful, and he's sitting by the door, which he does every once in a while. There's like a bench." He will actually try to get inside, which would be great if not for the fact that Toulouse absolutely hates his guts. And Tiger, because that's his name, Tiger doesn't exactly like the enthusiasm of Winston. It's really sad. Winston wants to be friends with all the neighborhood kitties, and neighborhood kitties just want to be adopted by me. I don't know why they find my home. Actually, it's weird. Um, I lost track of that. Uh, oh, right. So after I dropped Winston off at home, I went to their house because she yelled at me where the cat is supposed to be, living. And I talked to her for a little bit, but I heard after I rang the bell that she has at least three dogs and two other cats. So this is probably a case of a cat that really wants to move. I've heard stories of this before when a family gets like a first newborn baby, for example, and there's already other pets as well. There are cats who are just like, all right, I'm out, and will actively find another family. I've heard real life stories of this, where the cat ended up being adopted by another family, usually in the same neighborhood, but just in another home. I really would if I could, but this home is too small. So instead, if he comes by, I go out and cuddle him a little bit and give him some love and a bit of kibble. Because he's not deathly skinny, but he could use a little bit more fat. But I think if he lives with that many pets, and especially the dogs, they were very excited. um, so I think he wants a new home, but he's not a fan of my cats. And even though Winston would love it, I think Toulouse will hate me. I don't think she's forgiven me for Winston quite yet, even though Winston was supposed to be for her. But they're not. I don't know what it is with me. So yeah, that's what I went to do. I saw the way Winston was looking outside, and there's just something in his body language that shows me that one of the neighborhood cats is outside. Now I have to say we've been making progress with one of the black cats. He comes by to actually play, but only when there's a window. And no, it's not aggressive because I know the difference. Trust me. But outside, he's very distant still, which is really cats are weird. Cats are so weird. Um, the cat might watch the stream, maybe. I don't know. I don't know where he came from either because he just appeared, and I'm pretty sure that those people have lived there for way longer than just the last few months. But he just appeared and he latched onto me. But this isn't the first time that happens. That happens pretty much everywhere I live. There's at least one or two cats that want to move in with me, and I really don't know. I don't know what it is, but it breaks my heart because I want to have them all. But I can't steal cats. I would not want my cats to be stolen either. Of course, she hates him. Those slaps are for her. He doesn't. He's interesting. It's an interesting. He's very playful as well. So he probably just doesn't get enough attention. Which isn't to say that the owner is a bad owner because she seems very lovely and clearly loves her animals because she explained like she does everything she can to make him happy. But he's just a weird one, and I do notice. Well, I love him. He looks like a tiger. His name is Tiger, but I call him Bufia, which is basically like an endearing word. No, like criminal, but in an endearing way. I call him like a criminal because he tries to move in. You can't move in. Don't do that. I wish, but alas, I can't. And he's chipped, so no. If I move away, I can't steal him, so I won't. Hi, Shrimp. How are you doing? Welcome in. We are about 4 minutes away from a power hour. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but we're going to try and focus. Now, I have a little bit of trouble with that today. I did manage to finish the Monday note for our Patreon, but I had a migraine this weekend, and I'm just a little bit fluffy still, so I think I will be reading The Bear and the Nightingale. Yes, I read this last year, but I promised myself that I want a cozy read, and I feel very confident that I'm going to reach my Goodreads reading challenge because I think I'm 2 books away, and that's yeah, I'm going to be fine. And so I felt like I could get away with a reread of really my favorite book of the last few years. I'm not making notes. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to post notes for this on Patreon, which I do for most of the other books that I read, because I just want to be cozy, and this is cozy. I plan on doing something with the entire series next year, winter, on YouTube. So don't worry if you are not reading this right now. If you have some patience, I'm pretty sure I can convince you next year. I'm a cat magnet. It seems so, which sounds lovely. But honestly, it's really awful at the same time because you have to leave them. You have to say goodbye and watch their disappointed little face. Be like, "But we were having a good time." I know, but I have cats. I have cats. I can't do it. I am about halfway through already. I don't think I can read the entire series before the end of the month because I'm also reading Gabriel's Rapture. Um, and Son of the Shadows, both of which I am keeping notes of. And if I don't forget, on the December 21st, Gnarly introduced me to a friend of his, and she recommended a book to me that is supposed to be read throughout the year. So you have every day. You have a little thing to read, and it has it's witchy. It's witchy. It has things about the moon and numerology, um, myths, and just kind of to get in touch with the cycle of the year, and that will start on the first day is on December 21st. So I'm planning on doing that, and I'm gonna try to how do I take you along with the journey a little bit? It's called The Great Work, Self-Knowledge and Healing, I think is the full title. Let me see. Yeah. Part 1, Cycle 1, December 21st to January 31st. Roots and foundations. Be excellent to yourself. Hi, Marco. How are you doing? We are going into a power hour. The power hour is designed to try and practice flow, or in other words, to get into the zone. Now, a full hour is very hard, which is why reading is one of the most effective ways to do so, because once you are reading, you don't want to stop. But you can do whatever it is that you need to do, whether that is just keeping yourself alive. I have those days. And just breathe, keep each other company and chat, or just lurk, which is fine too. Or pick up a book, work, whatever it is that you need to do today. But don't forget to drink water. I'll keep an eye on chat a little bit, but I will mute myself so you can turn on your own music, or maybe just sit in silence for a little bit, which can be nice as well. And I'll see you in an hour. All right? Good luck. Last minute. We're taking a 10-minute break. And hold on. I was trying to reheat my water bottle. Kiko, reheat my hot water bottle, but I turned on the boiler a little bit too late, so I'll have to wait a little bit. But that's okay. It's making me so sleepy. Painkillers and the hot water bottle is nap time. Nap time. That's your alarm. Hi, I'm scared. How are you doing? Oh no, I mean there's this 90s alarm sound that I didn't wake up from that. My brain would integrate it into dreams and turn it into a song, and I would think I was dancing. I've seen a video of someone else doing that in their dream, so I guess it's not something that I just do. I guess it's something that people do when they're tired. I am tired as well. I have an endometriosis episode, so it's a bit I'm a bit fragile, but it's okay. I am reading a comfort book, The Bear and the Nightingale. I read this last year around the same time, I think, actually, and it's an instant classic in my eyes. I'm reading it for pleasure, so I'm not keeping any notes. I'm not putting pressure on myself to include it in some kind of video. I want to reread the whole series, and next winter I want to make a video about it somehow. I don't know quite yet what I'm gonna do, but I just want I want to keep talking about these books, and I want to make videos, and I want to spread the word. I know it's not an unknown series, but I just need more people to read it. I don't know. It's just it's a beautiful mix of a whole lot of Russian folklore and fairy tales, but the retelling is so well done that even though it was written, when was it written? Or it was published for the first time in 2017, it reads like a genuine Russian story. Like the way the names, if you're familiar with the language, you know that names have several versions to kind of uh, like nicknames, but different. I don't know. It's beautiful, and it just feels authentic. I feel like, even though the author is American or Canadian, I'm not entirely sure. So I don't know. This series, it gives me hope. But this is the first book, because I realized that I'm going to be fine with my reading challenge. I gave myself 100 books for this year, and that I'm gonna easily make that. It's less than last year, but I did that on purpose. Last year I read, I think, 120 books, but I don't want reading to be, or a challenge like that to be, something that I push through with books that I don't really want to read, but because they're small, I might, be able to read 180 books in a year, which is fine if that's what you want to do, but that's not really how I want to read. I want to make sure that I read what I want to read, actually, and not just pick up books to reach the reading goal. So when I finished a book and had some room in my brain to pick up another book, because I read several books at once usually, the choice was between this one that I've read already and a new one that was, which I'll probably still read this year, because this is really, I could have read this and finished my reading goal like this week, but it's the Empress of Salt and Fortune. Niveau? How do you pronounce that? Does anyone know? which is 118 pages. So, an afternoon read for me personally, because I read a lot. So, I read a little bit quicker. But I didn't want that. I wanted to read something comfy. This isn't exactly cozy because it's Russian, right? But I don't know. I fell in love with these characters. Um, and before I went to make some kind of content with this series, I wanted to reread it leisurely. So that's why I picked this up instead of, fighting for my reading goal. I don't think that's what your reading goal is supposed to be. Blue, how are you doing? Uh, I'm so sorry about the alarm. I can't change it. It's the one and only sound that it makes, but it's effective. Even the cats respond to it sometimes. That's crazy. Nothing went that far. I've tried setting my alarms as songs I like, but it ruined the songs every time it would pop up in a playlist. Instant skip because this drama of waking up. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. My alarm clock is bell towers, like bell towers. I think it's so hysterical, but it's effective. I sleep through my alarms most of the time these days because I've been sleeping so horribly. But I hope that will change in the coming few weeks with the jaw thing. B Farkin? Am I saying something weird? Hi Farkin, how are you doing? Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I put the wrong one away. This is going to be interesting for next year. But I just wanted to read it again, just for me, and also to prepare myself mentally for Wheel of Time, because it was Wheel of Time. I started reading Wheel of Time a few years ago, and the first like 5 or 6 books I flew through, but then I realized, oh no, I am rather attached to certain characters, and I'm very much afraid that something bad is going to happen to these to set characters, because that's usually what happens when I get attached. So I kind of stopped reading it, but next year I want to pick up all the series that I started. I want to continue, and Wheel of Time was on my throne, and Loop decided to buy it. So now I feel like I have to start the year with that. No, it's gonna break my heart. Has anyone finished the Wheel of Time series? It's a great series, but I don't know. Just wake up at 12 on the Mondays. No. The last few days I've woken up at 7, but I usually wake up at 5. But if I sleep through my alarm, it's not gonna work. So I've been waking up at 7 for the last I think 2 weeks by now. 20 stream streak, Moonlight. Oh my gosh! Hi, that is amazing. Uh, I'm having a great morning now. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of streams. Thank you. Oh, someone highlighted their message. I don't know what happened on your side, but I saw it highlighted it for me. So I'm sorry it didn't go well on your side. I know you hate when I say you look good in white, but I can't help the truth. Junza! Only if you do too. I hope you're enjoying your Monday. I am on my last coffee of the day, which really isn't coffee. It's more like homemade Starbucks, because I put cocoa in it and sugar and extra milk. It's so good though. I don't know how I would survive without my homemade Starbucks, because sugar and cocoa, delicious. Probably. What do you mean, Oscar? Like waking up that late? Well, I do go to bed on a decent hour, like grandma hour. I prefer to be in bed by 8. That doesn't mean I fall asleep immediately, because I read a little bit before I go to bed, go to sleep. But I prefer to be in bed by 8. I'm really done with the day. So it's just my preference. I prefer to wake up early because I get anxiety the later I get up. Um, so if I sleep in till 9, I I kind of should just stay in bed, because it's going to be a horrible day. My anxiety is going through the roof. I'm upset about everything. And if the cats are meowing for attention, I'll cry because I feel like I'm a bad mom. So waking up early is just kind of vital for my mental health. All right. If you read books like I read music, we'd be married already. I don't think so, Junza. What kind of music do you like, actually? Because I'm very particular about that. No, 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 no. We're going into a sprint. I will be muting myself so you can turn on your own music. Or maybe just sit in silence for a little bit. I've been doing that a little bit the last few weeks, and it can be nice as well. Especially end of year when you can contemplate how far you've gotten compared to last year. But I'll shut up, read a little bit more about the Bear and the Nightingale. Truly, if you read this, it's beautiful. I love it. And let me know if you do. But if you're just lurking, that would be great too. Your presence is important, and I thank you for that. But for now, I'm going to shut up, and I'll see you in half an hour. Good luck. last minute. That was it. Uh, Never mind. How are we doing? Oh, it's a good thing that I'm reading this just for pleasure, so I can just enjoy the story because there's some details that I really forgot and I'm really enjoying. I just wish I could share it a little bit better, but brain not braining today. Hi, Lupa, how are we doing? And Millie, wisdom makes the teas and coffees. Yes, I'm gonna make some. I don't know what it's called. Some specialty tea. I have a tea that helps me with the pain. Sometimes it has like brain is not braining. It has herbs in it that helps with uterus related stuff and with cramps. But mostly it's my brain is just not working. It's not working. I'm tired. What else did I see? Um, it's kind of annoying that the pinned message. I think as far as I understand it goes away after 20 minutes automatically unless I put in 29 minutes myself. But I don't think you can let it up for longer. Why is that? Why is that? Uh, I'm really flying through this. I'm kind of ruining it for myself. I'll have to start other books. um, I'm at page 282 at this moment. And, oh, okay. I mean, I'm almost done. This is what is left of the story. No, I'm enjoying it too much. It's 3 books. It's okay. But this is my favorite of the whole series. Well, no, actually, I love them all equally, which is one of the reasons why it's an instant classic for me. Because if you know anything about trilogies, usually the first book is amazing, the second book feels like filler, and then the third book is where the action really takes place again. I don't feel like that for the Winter Night series, The Bear and the Nightingale. I can barely read it, but it's a trilogy. They all hold up. Also in language use, pacing. It's flawless. Honest, it's flawless. This series is just amazing. I know that Catherine Arden has said that she wouldn't mind returning to the series, but as much as I would love more of this world, I really hope she won't. I hope she won't touch it and that she'll leave it as is because oh, the bar would be so high, so high. I don't trust it. I think it's perfect as is. December brain is slow. Cold brain, it takes a minute to warm it up. Nah, it's painkillers. I'm in an endo episode, so and also I have a hot water bottle. So both of them just make me. I'm gonna take a nap after this. It's very bright. I saw that it was gloomy and dark over there. Can you send a little bit this way because I want it. I want it to. It's a bit unfortunate because I do love winter mornings. Just the way that the light falls in a winter morning during a winter morning is just is beautiful. But even in winter, if it's bright during the day, I don't like it. It's just not my thing. I want cozy and dark and gloomy. I follow, I think his username is Jark or something, JARCC something, on Instagram. And they live in, oh wait, I follow a few. I think he lives in Finland. and they do Northern Lights hikes. And recently, they uploaded a video that just has every month, and it's basically 8 months of winter, and it's just like, how? Why do we? There's grass. There's still grass. It's December. It's almost Christmas, and it looks like it's spring. I'm not amused. I want white Christmas. I want snow. I want cozy. What is this? Australia? It's just, I don't like it. So I'm gonna close the windows and take a nap because the kitties are taking a nap as well. What are you gonna do for the rest of the day? Twitchy top tip: do not try to warm up your winter brains by microwaving them or simmering them over a naked flame. A naked flame. Ooh. Right, Millie? In the one hand, I give me 10 more books of this series, but on the other hand, I'm so afraid that it would ruin the rest of it. So, I would rather sacrifice more of the story for keeping this trilogy intact. Now, in the same world, maybe, but the same characters, I would rather she left them alone. Yeah, so often things aren't as good when there's more. Yeah, I'm very curious how the series that I'm going to continue will. I'm curious how that will go. Like Ender's Game, for example. If you've read Ender's Game, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see the clue coming. I was absolutely baffled, and I need to know what happens now. But I'm also a little bit afraid that now I know the tricks of the author, because this is fairy tale folklore retelling, and myths, and it's a whole different genre. But Ender's Game is like sci-fi, and I hope that means that I don't know how to predict the story now, because I kind of know the trick of the author, but we'll see. That's next year. I have how many series? Let's see if I can see. I think 15, 15 series that I want to continue, but 2 or 3 of them are rereads because I want to do something for YouTube for them. Give me 8 months of winter, yes, at the very least. And then a month of spring, a month, well, 2 months of autumn, and we're done. Just a little bit of summer, that's fine. Yeah, the kitties know very well when I'm not feeling great. And in a little bit, I'm gonna make a pot of tea, and we'll cozy up together. Especially Winston has been very nice lately. You had snow, Wisdom? I'm so jealous. I watch the Swedish news in the morning, right? Not every day because that's depressing, but I a few times a week I watch the Swedish news because I want to practice my Swedish still, even though I'm not doing Duolingo anymore. And I also get like the snow prognosis. That's not the word. Prediction. The snow prediction. And every time I see it, I want to cry because it's just, this is not winter. This is not winter. This is disappointment. And bright. There's been a few pretty mornings, but it's so warm, right? Wisdom, don't, not today. No, don't tease me. I don't know where that word came from, but yes, there we are. We went one morning with a little snow, and it gone after a few hours. Yeah, okay, we had snow as well, like one morning, and I was very excited, and it took me out for the rest of the day. Like literally, I had to go to bed, and I couldn't do anything anymore. I was so excited, and that was it. Platypus, hi Epic, how are you doing? What is that? Do I want to? Don't make me curse in languages that I don't know. That's mean. Remotely cherish. I sometimes my brain gives me words and I don't even know. I really don't. I'm starting to be convinced that brains are really completely separate from the eye, but maybe that's just me. A Vogelbeck deer, is that what is that called? I didn't watch it. Don't at me. Phineas and Ferb. We survived the year, Epic. What about you? I mean, it seems like it. I think that is a win. Just surviving in this world, especially in the last 5 years. My God. Let me see the series. I want to see how many series I have because I feel like the list isn't. Hello? Milanote is twitching. Yeah? Can I? If platypus was a palindrome, it would be called a plat yelp. What are you saying, wisdom? Hi, Gabriel. How are you doing? Yeah, almost wrapped up, and I feel reasonably neutral about it. Like I'm not necessarily looking forward to next year. I'm not necessarily happy that this year is. It's just it's very bland. Probably because I decided that next year is just going to be a year. I don't care whose year. You can have it. I just want to survive. That's all. No more lofty goals. No New Year's resolutions. All I want is books next year. That's it. Um, I think it's here. Oh no, it's so much worse. Wait, how did I? What? So apparently, I have collected in total 19 series. One is a bit silly. I haven't actually written out how many books this would be, but 19 series, and that doesn't include Bunny and Rabbits. Yes, those are two separate books. If you're not aware, Terry Miles and Mona Awad, but reversed. And I've heard that Bunny is getting a third book, and Rabbits has already been confirmed that there's going to be a third book. And those two aren't included in the list of the series that I collected. 19. My God. Next year, feeling like butter for me right now, where I want to feel like Nutella. Know what I don't, Epic. Please explain yourself. What does it mean? Because I love butter. If I had to choose between Nutella and butter, I would choose butter. Definitely. Right, Wisdom? Oof, butter, butter. I don't know. There's a thought at the edge of my consciousness, but it won't come out. I'm sorry. At least you'll have your Mario next year with many books. Yes, and Hermit Road Trip. I have to get better at promoting stuff like that though, because I'm not really good at it at stuff like that. Like I mean I talk about Patreon a little bit, but I should probably do more. It's just I don't like promoting myself. But for the Hermit Road Trip, I'll have to put a lot more effort into it because I need more submissions. Um, I will look up some books myself. I think I accidentally got two from the library actually last week. I went to the library last week because I thought, it's books and that's cozy and comforting and relaxing and place where I feel safe. Guess what? Guess what? On my way into the city, I noticed an awful lot of police on foot talking to a lot of people. Like instead of just patrolling, actually talking to people, which was already like, that's odd. What is happening? Is it like a holiday or something? And as we progressed, I take the bus. As we progressed into the city, I just saw more and more police. So what is happening? Did something happen? Probably. And guess where? In the freaking library. I walk up to the library. There's, I think it was three outside, three police officers, and two inside. So I Like, what do you mean? It's the library. And they were talking to all kinds of people, and they were going into the bathrooms and opened up doors that are in for the public. So, I just grabbed some books and left again because I was scared. What the hell? There was police everywhere. So I don't know what I picked up. I recognized Ali Smith. I've never read Ali Smith before. Um, but what got me was Glyph is a novel about how we make meaning and how we are made meaningless. With a nod to the traditions of dystopian fiction, a glance at the Kafkaesque and a new take on the notion of classic, it's a moving and electrifying read, a vital and prescient tale of the versatility and the variety deep-rooted in language and nature and in human nature. I thought, I'll pick this. And The Maniac, and I didn't even read the back because I thought, that's me. So I don't know what this is, but how it's not that bad anymore, but especially when I was in my 20s, and if I ever entered a store on my own, I always felt like I have to buy something now, otherwise they'll think I'm stealing, even though I'm not. So, with all the police everywhere, there was so much police, like inside the library, outside the library. I didn't know how fast to leave, but I also felt like if I don't take anything and they see my frantic departure, what if they think it's me, whatever is happening? So I that's why. So we'll see. I don't know if I'll actually read them for this month because oh my god, I'm not, I didn't open this. Those letters are huge. Oh, I thought it said Taylor. Whoa, no, it says Taylor Swift. Why is Taylor Swift in this book? Who is Ali Smith? Who is this? And why is Taylor Swift in this book? I'm not kidding. Yeah, I am Millie. I don't. I'm chaos. What do you expect? It's kind of a given. In your 20s, you look just in your 20s. Why? Thank you, Epic. I mean, I kind of hope that I looked older because I want to be grandma. You see the connection, really, right? I don't know. Wait, what is this about? Uh, I just opened it. What is this about? I don't know, but I kind of love this. I think I have to thank the policeman because this, aside from this font is, is this a big letter book actually? Wait, no, it isn't, because I do know that libraries have books that are a big print, and I feel like this should have been big print. Oh, okay, it is. It just isn't. Maybe they don't have that in this library. The library I worked at, we had a separate section for big lettered books, and it also said so on the back. This is. It says over here that it's well, not big letters. It's medium medium letters. Don't like it. We'll see. I'll have to read like this. Oh, I do like that way of writing. It doesn't have any. We'll see. We'll see if I can get. I don't like it when the font is too big. Upsets me. But there's a good story, I guess. Hi, Garfield. Good morning. Just had to inform an elderly client he's been victim of cybercrime, taken for £350. Give him details. Gave him details for the local police for a crime number, also action fraud, and then talked to his bank. So totally really. Oh no! What was the trick? they're getting so good at tricking people. It's really scary, especially with AI. It's just getting out of hand. And voice thingies. Okay, okay, touche, Millie. Because yes, that is right. I want it to be. I don't want to be a blind one. Oh, good. Ali Smith is a reasonably known name though, right? In the online sphere of books. I recognize the name. Oh, good. For a second, I thought, wait, this is the same size. What if this is big letter as well? But no. I'll show you the difference. It's quite intense, isn't it? No, wisdom. I will never. You probably did something to deserve it if you get mauled by a kitten. Yeah. That sucks. I don't get it. I mean, no, I know too much. I'm so sorry for that person. I'm glad that you can help. Yeah, I'm just thinking about my grandpa. He showed me a few things like on social media. Uh, uh, and I also just didn't know how do you explain at some point to elderly people that what they're seeing is not real. Like it's not. I remember someone's grandparents thought that years and years ago there was this ad on television for some drink, and they had like CGI beavers dancing and throwing around the drink. I guess I don't remember specifically, but those elderly people actually thought that they were real, that these beavers were real and trained to dance and stuff. And it's gotten so much worse. How do you explain that, like, 90% of what is going around on the internet is not real? No, trees do not have faces like that. I mean, in Pocahontas it did, but that's a cartoon, right? It's scary. Yeah, I mean, you laugh, but also it's so dangerous. I laughed at the moment as well. Like, what do you mean? How do you believe that? Come on, use your brain. No, of course they're not trained beavers dancing, but also, grandma, no, it's fake. Not real as bound. Not real. No, they're all fake. It's all fake. Everything is fake these days. How do you even know I'm real? Right? I don't even know. Oh no, don't give myself existential crisis when I'm on painkillers. That's dangerous, actually. Me too, Millie. I hate AI slop. Just and shitification of the internet, but also the possibility of people getting scammed and misinformed. Yeah, it's hello, cherry bot. How do you know? Maybe I am AI. Maybe I've been AI all along. I don't know. Often wonder, am I real? Is any of this real? Beaver should never be confused with marmite. With marmite, I've never had marmite. Is that the thing that Australian people put on bread? I just realized that Emile Zola's series isn't in there in the list. Oh my god, that means 20. 20. I think I'm accidentally planning out like the rest of my freaking life. Oh no! A year, 206 days, and 20. I love how accurate, how specific that the command is. That's a long time. Aussies use. Oh, Vegemite. Marmite is similar, but with added motor oil. And wait, what? Oh, I thought it was this one. What is in there? It doesn't. It doesn't sound like I would like it. Wait, it looks exactly the same. Isn't it just the same? October last year. Well, then you can't beat AI because back then I could still differentiate between AI and real stuff. I have been lost for a long time already. It's a good thing I don't spend too much time online, and I'll just I don't know. I don't know. I'm gullible. Okay, I'll believe you. Marmite is a bit darker than Vegemite. Essentially, they're the same thing, right? They even look the same. Vegemite is a brand of thick, dark brown Australian food spread made from leftover brewer's yeast exact extract with various vegetable and spice additives. A spread for sandwiches, toast, crumpets, and cracker biscuits, as well as a filling for pastries. Vegemite is similar to other yeast-based spreads such as Marmite in the UK and its New Zealand version, Mighty Mite. Mighty Mite, Aussie Mite. I love that. I think it's the same. I think it's probably just the same. Marmite is a British savory spread based on yeast extract invented by the Marmite Food Company in 1902. It's made from byproducts of beer brewing and it's produced by the British company Unilever. Oh no, no! Everything is owned by Unilever. I swear. On this side of the world, at least, everything is Unilever. I swear to God. This Unilever. I promise you. Yep, there we go. Unilever. Everything is. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on Unilever. They have everything. It's insane. I tried to avoid Unilever for a while. It's impossible. It's impossible. Everything. Unilever is one of the worst. You can't just erase words. Censorship would beg to differ. Loop. No, never mind. Oh no, I'm gonna say things that I shouldn't because of the stupid painkillers. It also tastes like 1902. How do you know? How do you know, Lesbound? Everything is Unilever. Wait. Um, I have a book. I did marketing in school. I have a book, and I knew this already that there's a few companies basically that own everything and have daughter companies. So even if you buy a B or a C brand, you're probably buying from the same brand because they just have different levels of their product and market it in different ways. But in that book, I think I still have it somewhere in the back of something I need to clean up. And it showed a map of all the companies, and it was I wanted to barf. What was more upsetting was that the rest of my class didn't realize the consequences of that. Um, I didn't last. I didn't last in that course. No more censorship. I agree, Loop. Trust me, it's alive. It's alive everywhere. It's sad. The Irons always remove words that they don't want people to say, but the words still exist. They do, but if no one remembers them, they'll die, right? Just like sometimes languages die, which I wish they didn't. But it's one of the bad results of globalization. I feel as much as I absolutely love English, there's a reason I prefer English over any other language, even if I learn other languages. English is my first love, basically. The problem with that is we're losing dialects and we're losing languages. It's slow, but if we lose all respect for our own cultures and persist in um, the complete assimilation. Is that the word? It's probably not. Integration of people that move to other countries. If we don't preserve cultures just everywhere, I'm afraid that we're gonna be like Pac-Man ghosts in a few centuries. That would be sad. Gullible isn't even bad. It's not bad. It's amusing to a lot of people, I guess, Luke, but it's also a little bit annoying. Because I will believe everything. If I don't know better, I will believe everything. It's a bit dangerous, I've learned. Oh, I missed your message, Millie. I don't believe you. No, I don't believe you. Not that gullible. Single-handedly preserves the cultures of kitten wrestling. That will never die. Kitten wrestling will never die. If only for the kittens. Cats are ruling the world already. I missed it, Millie. I'm so sorry. But no, that I won't believe. There's too many gullible people in the world. All right. Uh, yeah, I guess what shall I read tomorrow? I get the grandma book or the maniac, because I think yeah I can get away with it. I can get away with it. I would just like to say that these cold and dry December days are a great time to wrap up in a blanket on a couch with hot chocolate and watch just Stranger Things. Ooh, wisdom! Don't spoil me. I haven't watched that last two seasons. I know that there's a few years between the last season and the season before, but I am not up to date. I just know there was something about one of the characters, and if they're gonna kill him off, then people are gonna be upset, which probably means that they're gonna kill him off. I'd go for anything with the word maniac in the title. I mean, I didn't read what it was about. I forgot as well just now. Um, John von Neumann, I always have trouble in making something like this English, was a titan of science, a Hungarian wonderkind who revolutionized every field he touched. His mathematical powers were so exceptional that Hans Bethe, a Nobel Prize-winning physicist, thought he might represent the next step in human evolution. But as he became seduced by power and afflicted by illness, his work pushed further into areas beyond human comprehension and control. Um, oh, wait, this is an actual person? I think this was a real person. The maniac places von Neumann at the center of a literary triptych about the dark foundations of our modern world and the nascent era of AI. Okay, it begins with Paul Ehrenfest. That's a coincidence. An Australian physicist and close friend of Einstein who fell into despair when he saw science and technology become tyrannical forces. It ends 100 years later in this showdown between the South Korean Go master Lee Sedol and the AI program AlphaGo. Braiding fact with fiction, Benjamin Labatut takes us on a journey to the frontiers of rational thought, where invention outpaces human understanding and offers godlike power, but takes us to the brink of Armageddon. What the hell? Okay. I'll be reading this tomorrow, I guess. Was a real guy? Oh no, what did okay, I think I picked up something very interesting on accident. Great. I love going to the library and not do too much research. Unless I pick up short stories, that's not okay. I don't like it. Hi Kevlar, you look dashing. You finished season 4. How did it go, Wisdom? Are you okay? I mean, I did cry a few times in the first few seasons. Seduced by power. Yeah. Power and money. Mm-mm. When they're seduced by power, they remove the word gullible from all dictionary. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. I prefer gullible over naive. I don't like the word naive. Gullible? Yes, I am absolutely gullible. Naive? No. No, I'm not. I'm gullible. I'll give you that. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to this. Oh, there's a lot of white in here. Wait, wasn't this the book that had the sentence of aliens or something when I opened it to a random page? Oh, no. The last thing I want to say, and then I'm going to lie down for a second. I post a link to a video in the general book club. I probably should have put it in books, I realize now. I can put it in there as well. But I've posted a video in the book club general thingy on Discord. And it could be the worst or the best video you ever saw if you like buying books, especially not necessarily reading them, but buying books. That video is about analog doom scrolling, and it basically shows you, and the guy shows you, actually explains and shows you that you can doom scroll with books, and he does so with books, I think biographies and reference works. So basically, I have been given a license to buy books, especially from like secondhand stores and stuff, that are purely just reference works, like for trees and flowers and stuff, for example, but also just general architecture. And he has a selection of books like that to, instead of on your phone doom scroll, just like kids used to do with encyclopedias, just open it up and read a little bit and get the same kind of endorphins. I really recommend you watch the video because that person is way better at explaining it than I am, especially in my current state. But give it a go. I think that might be a fun new way to engage with your brain for the coming year, maybe. Avian and Nivea, both anagrams of naive. Oh? Hear my music suddenly being loud. No! Just turn you off. Is that real? Oh no, are you trying how gullible I am? Those dang aliens. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I want to start a new book though tomorrow because I either finish this tonight. It looks like there's a lot left, but it's not. Because I only have this left. So I might finish this by tonight. And then I guess I'll start the Maniac tomorrow. Because even though I read today, because I wanted to, on Tuesdays I read just fully. Do I also read ebooks? Yes, Gabriel, I do. Actually, I'm reading a book that's called Gabriel's Rapture. That's all I'm going to say. The second book of a series about a man called Gabriel. And labor is an anagram of unveiler. Stop! I don't... No, it's not! No! Is it? I don't know. I gotta go. Stop it! Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna go take a nap. Please take care of yourself. Drink water. Let's take a sip. I'll be back tomorrow. Look at the schedule to see what it means for you. Yeah, if I forget anything, I'll let you know on Discord or on Instagram. I'm sorry I forgot to let you know about not streaming yesterday on Instagram. I realized way too late, but alas. I will see you soon. I love you. Be kind. And I'm going to stop yapping. Bye.